Sometimes it's time to face the facts. What's up? One crack news. Most of y'all are probably asleep, like I'm gonna be very shortly. But sometimes we have to face the facts. Some of you might be saying, well, what the heck do you even mean? I'm confused. What's the facts we gotta face? Well, to those who know, it's clear. To others, it might be as clear. But it comes to a time when you have to face the facts. What's up, X? We have all had people around us, that's surrounding us, that we don't completely trust. But you can trust them to be who they are, right? Can't trust them, but you can trust them to be who they are. Then you ask yourself these same questions over and over again. I was just sitting there dreaming about the scenario. And it came to me in the dream the same way it came to me in real life. And sometimes your dreams tell you things and you could choose to act on it or not. All right? And that's how I felt about it. I truly did. That's how I truly felt about it. You could choose to act on it or you could just stand dormant. You all have that no good friend that's standing by you, pretending, and at a moment's notice, that person is waiting to stab you in the back. He's waiting for the moment that you fall. Not to be there to lend a hand to help you up, but to laugh at your failure. The dream I had was very vivid. And I said, wow, that was crazy. Now, all of us, I'm quite sure we all have at least 5, 6, maybe more people that we know that's just like that. And they just still be around when they have no purpose. Like some people you might have been friends with in high school, and y'all don't have anything in common past high school. And you might be friends with them on Facebook, and you're like, why are we even friends? You know, it's like, I haven't really seen this person since high school, and I hope they're doing well, but we're not friends. So like, we don't even communicate. Why do I even have them on my timeline? It's just like very weird for some. For me, it's different. it always been that way with me. Things are always going to be a little bit different with me. When you have people that think they know the answers and they want to give you the answers to everything, but they don't. The reality is they don't want to face the truth or reality. They just want to be told what they want to hear. It's similar to these people that surround you. They're around you because you might be doing well, you provide a service, but at a moment's notice, they will drop you like a bad habit. They want nothing to do with you. They only want your failure, not your success. Now, some people go through this and they have a process where they just move on. And sometimes the friend don't understand it. And then he becomes bitter at the other person because they recognize it. I got one friend that's pretty much like that. He doesn't understand I don't have the type of time to, like, it's not 1998. I don't have all the time in the world to just hang around and do nothing with him all day. And it's like, it's cool, you know, you get to just hang around and do nothing all day. That's cool for you. That ain't cool for me. What's cool for me is the fact is I get to create time to go and do things for myself. I like doing that. I like to continue to do that. But what I'm not going to do is be dictated to about how that process should go. When people make decisions about these type of matters, it's called maturing. Sometimes you're maturing, you're seeing the world from the eyes of growing up. And that's fine. And you understand when people want to be around certain people that elevate them, or they feel like they're on the same wavelength. Because if you look at your closest friends around you, that's who you are. That's what the dream was telling me. Look around and focus. Because that's who you are. People that's closest around you, that's who you are. That's a reflection of who you are. Now, if you're afraid to take that foot and put it forward, to move forward, you won't grow. You will stay stagnant, which means eventually you're going to drown. Now, that could be a metaphor for life. be a metaphor for your workplace. It could be a metaphor for anything that you're doing. You can apply it to however it may mean to you. But this is a step. When you're having these type of conversations, these are the steps of maturing and growing up. And unfortunately, most people, they just don't want to grow up. They want to stay in a baby state for as long as they possibly can. They don't want to grow up. Well, some people look at time as a construct when it comes to friendship. We've been friends for 25 years. So they use time as a construct to determine, well, I've been doing this for this long. I don't think I need to do something else. They use time as that construct to hold them prisoner to doing anything new to evolve. I was like, I've been taking this road home every day. I'm only taking this road. I'm not going to think about they could have invented a new road and built a shorter way to get there. I've been taking this road for 25 years. Not going to change it. So you don't evolve, you don't grow. You become limited by the technology of your time. You become a prisoner of the moment in time. You've embodied yourself. How many times have you seen it, right? They come out with something new and people don't want to even change. They like, nah, this is cool for me right here. They came out with the cassette player. They had the record player, then they had the cassette player. Then they went to the DVD player. Then they went to iPods and the digital streaming. People was like, nah, I'm good right here with the CDs. My record players, I'm not. Nope, staying right here. I'm not going to get nothing else. I get right here. I'm not getting that. I got the CD player, and that's where I'm staying. Yeah, they can take their little fancy mumble jumble thing and go and do whatever it is they want to do. I'm fine right here. How many times have we seen that? Plenty, right? It's been consistent. It's not changed. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why is that? Why is that a constant? Why is that a current that hasn't been broken? Why that current is staying like a complete clear line that's just going across, not being affected by anything? Well, it's very clear. These lines are all part of a mental prison you put yourself in. You put borders and governors over yourself. It's like the reason you don't put your hand in fire. Your brain already knows, if I put my hand in that fire, it's going to burn. It's going to hurt me, so why I'm not going to do that. So your body automatically, your brain is automatically telling you, don't do that. And we're not going to do that. Our hand is not going in the flame. Our body is saying we're not going to walk into traffic because other cars are coming. So without even having to process a decision, we already know that's not something we're going to do. Our brain has processed that. Why? Because that's very dangerous. And if we want to keep living, to walk in front of that traffic, we're going to get hit by a car. So your brain automatically puts a governor on itself. You didn't have to tell your brain to say, stop! Don't go in the street. You didn't have to do that. Your brain automatically figures that out for you. So when your brain is figuring out that it's time to evolve, it's time to move forward, it's time to do the right thing or the new thing, you turn around and reject it. Why? Because your brain doesn't do that. That's something you have to tell your brain you're ready to do. Your brain puts the governors on to say, this is where we're safe. You have to push past safe. And that's where the maturity, that's where the growth takes place. Have to face these facts. These are very educational, learning moments that can help you guide, to tell you don't be afraid of evolving who you are as a person. We need more people out there in the world who are responsible. We need more people in this world that are growing in the right direction. We need more leaders. The world don't want leaders. Not from us. They feel they have enough leaders. What they want is followers. But you must push past safe. Give them something to follow by being that leader that they need. But being a leader is just one part. Having somewhere to lead them is the most important part. To be a leader of something that's going nowhere is worse than not being a leader at all. Because if you don't have anywhere to lead anybody to, what you doing it for? A lot of us was disturbed by nature, by acts, by a lot of different things that transpire. But one thing we know for certain, two things we knew for sure. If there was a way someone was going to be successful, they actually had to go out and make it happen. They had to take steps, measures, procedures, whatever you want to call them, to make it happen. You can't sit there and wish it. You have to make it happen. Now, when you come to me, I'm somebody who's been very fortunate in that department. I've always come to the realization that what you give out for people, they should give it back to you without you having to ask. And I've seen people take the short route. I've seen them take undeserving routes. I've seen them take shortcuts beyond shortcuts. I've seen their limitations. I've seen people try to determine what's good and what's bad dealing with people in general. I don't see a lot of growth. I don't see a lot of development. I don't see any benefits from people that don't basically help you get better. What type of friendship is that if you don't help each other try to grow? If your friend was in trouble, would you give them some advice to try to help them? Naturally you would, right? You'll be surprised how many friends don't. Your friends could see you staring right towards a wall, and there's some friends that'll let you just hit that wall. They would rather see you fail than to see you succeed and then help them succeed. You have friends like that in the world. Well, I'm fine. The main problem that they have is that other people are very determined to try to find a way to ruin your life. You have friends like that too. They come along at a time where they want to basically ruin you, or they want to see you ruined. Then you start to question, were they your friends at any point in time? And the answer would be no. Then it would be like, then what are you around for? Because they don't want to give the illusion that they're not your friend. Because it makes them feel and look bad. Because they have no reason not to really be a friend. So they don't want to look like that. What they want to do is say, no, I'm that friend. I won't be the bad guy. Or give the appearance that I am the bad guy. That is true. It is better to have an honest enemy than a fake friend. Because you know what the honest enemy is. I would rather have someone I know not like me, despise me, hate me, than have a fake friend. Fake friend is horrible. I've always been the type that say, hey, you might not like the medicine, but it's going to help you. That's the point. I've always been that person. You might not like this medicine, but this is good for you. You need it more than I need it. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to help anything to see you in a situation where you need somebody. A friend in need is a pest. You want to prevent that as much as possible. I don't need needy friends. Because those to me are not friends. They're just people that's sucking the life out of other people just so they can keep going around making mistakes. And to me, that's not friends. And those are the ones I get rid of real fast. When they be, man, I hate to be doing this, dog. You know I hate to keep coming bothering you. Then don't. Because I don't need the speech. And I'm not finna keep giving you money. That is out of the question. I will cut you off before I let that happen. The world's a very fickle place. You meet a lot of weird people. A lot of people that are different from you. Don't mean that they're bad people. It's just that maybe you and them just don't get along. You got a lot of weird people. And for whatever reason, y'all don't line up. I always have a feeling that I'm right 99.9% of the time, because hell, I'm right. But I'm not going to tell you something that's not beneficial. Why waste my time? I'll give you information that I feel is very helpful or needful. Other than that, I don't need to. Makes no sense. Hey, how you doing?
All right, except
I'm all right. Well, it's quite beneficial to move in a way that, by example, gives immediate details and answers that you might want and need in your life. Me, I always come do my shopping at like 3 in the morning. Well, society tells people, hey, it's cool to be this way. You know what's cool? If we were to just relax and just go with the flow. Then you have those friends who are just pushy. You know what the pushy friend does? They love to try to control their other friends' lives. They get a kick out of it. You got those who they have nothing else better to do than to try to live their life through your life by controlling them. And I've seen other friends that allow this to happen. Their other friends control them and push them and guide their lives. And that these other people don't really even believe their narrative, start running with their narrative. And I'll be like, that's not yours. That's Karen's idea. It's not you. That's Karen. You hear it in her voice. That's her. You're regurgitating her thoughts. Why would you be doing that? What would be the purpose? Because you know, and you could see it, and you could recognize it. Now, a major problem in this scenario is that these facts, is that the person that's closest to it, they can't see it. They think it's all them. They don't realize they're being pushed. They feel they just agree. No. You don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be the one they don't listen to or trust. Because they give you something that you want. They give you affirmation. They give you that validation. They give you that pat on the back because you're listening to them. So, oh God, you gotta show up and you gotta mention Gil. What do I need from Gil? I already got what I wanted from him. I got his girl, so that's all I needed from him. He just has to face that. It's over, son. Well, maybe he can get the girl back if he, figures it out one day. Like, dang, maybe if I did this, I could probably get the girl back. Maybe if I change my ways. But that's the decision he's going to have to come to on his own. That's the realization he's going to have to come to on his own. I can't do that for him. Well, when people make a decision that this is the way they want to go, or they say, you know what, this is the decision I want to move with going forward, they're making a decision that's going to probably affect the course of the rest of their life. See, me, I don't have all the answers. All I could do is give you the answers that I have that I could give that might be beneficial. You can accept it and process it and say, okay, thanks for giving it to me. Or you could just combat it. You ever had those people that they just combat everything that you say? Whenever you make a suggestion, they just feel they gotta fight it. Even though they don't even know what they fighting it for. They're just fighting it. And you just be like, why do you care? Why would you be against what I'm saying? Because what they're doing is they're telling you how they truly feel about you, period. It's not even about what you're talking about, just you. They want to fight you. Because it's something about you that intimidates them or makes them feel that they're not who they say they are. Or they feel lesser when they're around you. You know how you recognize this a lot? You wanna know how you recognize this a lot? Notice how one friend acts different when he's around you with another friend. That is the best way to figure this out. Then you'll see it happen, and it's weird. They act entirely different around you when they're around certain other people, especially somebody else that they hold in high regard, in a higher regard than yourself. Watch how they act with them, and then listen to how they act with you when they ain't around. That other person ain't around. And it's like night and day. They become a whole other person, and they don't see it. All right, hey, thanks. Let me see how I get that. They don't see it, but you see it. So, They'll act entirely different, even towards you, and they be like a whole different person. And you be like, who the heck is this? Like, what's wrong with him? Then you start to figure it all out. The problem is, they've been doing this behavior for so long, they haven't even noticed it. Their energy's changing because of the other person that's in the room. It's like magnets. Now somebody comes through that's a bigger magnet, they connect and the pull is going towards them. It's a transference of energy. Now, what people are doing is using different frequencies. Their frequency is changing. See, they're putting up a barrier, a shield to try to protect you from seeing who they really are. Once that other person comes, who they hold in higher regard than you, or they like or value what they're saying more than what you have to say, their frequency change. And that barrier is loosened because they're around. So they started to, without even noticing what they're doing, they're already combating you with everything. And they're agreeing and pulling towards anything that other person is saying. As long as it's against you, it's all good. And they don't even know they're doing it. They don't even know they're revealing themselves. And then you go, oh, okay. It's this kind of party. I see what's going on. Hey, one. So I said, okay. That's how homie want to play it. That's right, Jeff. We get it early, never late. Well, some people make rush decisions. Other people, they rush to actions. They rush to make decisions. They rush to do everything. I don't believe in that. My belief is different. I don't want to rush to make a decision. I like to think it out, process it, and then go from there. But I always notice when people are acting impractical or they're moving in a different frequency because they start to elude it. And without saying anything, because they fear a retaliation, because they're used to probably dealing with people that act in that way. They're very reactionary. We don't do that. I don't attack people undeserving. I don't attack people who don't deserve it. If I come at you, it's because I had every right. I felt that the decision was wrong. So, that's the way I like to move. A very strategic way. Well, you got a lot of people who don't calculate decisions before they make them. other people get mad because they have no reason to be angry with you. They just choose to be angry with you. Now, if you choose to be angry, that's on you. I can't do anything with that. You choose to be a bitter, sad person, you can't control that. That's other people's psychosis. They have to deal with it. Just say the fact. I was around my friend's house earlier. You know, they got cats. Cat allergies or something else. Now, nah. You get a lot of different people with different layouts on what they believe. I ain't got time for all that. I just come through and treat things accordingly the way I think it should be. That's all. I think I'm the most fairest person in the world, but you never know. I don't have time to worry about other people's actions or things that I feel is underneath me. But my goodness, did I just have a throwback carefree curl. I didn't even know that was still in business. That was the Jerry curl. Carefree curl. Back in the 80s when the Jerry curl was the thing. In 1982, the finger waves is out. Jerry curl was in. When you had a Jerry curl, you was a man. Yeah, I know people be looking like, who would put that messy crap in here? That's when dudes was up in the beauty salon. And everybody else, they had it where everybody was not in beauty salons, but they was in the sink of their house. And people was giving you the bootleg version. And that was that. Now, what you don't do is buy tartar sauce if you know you're gonna be the only one to you're gonna be the only one there to deal with the tartar sauce. You don't buy the big one. You just get something really small and only get tartar sauce when you're going to use it. Because if you're not, you're just going to just get plain old tartar sauce and you're in trouble. Because that stuff's going to go bad very quickly. You don't keep that thing cold and fresh, and then it's just not even worth it to have it. Because you're not going to eat that much fish, I don't think. So unless you got a big family, I wouldn't buy a big thing of tartar sauce if I was y'all. Yeah, well, people seem to make decisions based on how they feel. Me, I'm like a big supporter of giving you information that could help you. And if you don't think it's helping you, and you don't choose to use it, I'm not somebody that's going to force it on you. Never been that guy. But yes, there are people who are very forceful when it comes to the information. If you don't believe in what they believe, which is, in their opinion, is the Holy Grail, if you don't believe in them, then you believed in vain. To the Gill guy who's so concerned about quantum, Mommy is doing great. I'm doing great. Gill, I guess he's doing fine. He probably find a new woman, but maybe he could focus on his work. It might be the best thing that ever happened to him. Sometimes having your ego to reality is exactly what you probably needed in life. So for him, yeah, probably gonna help him. Once again, it's me helping somebody. Me taking his woman was helping him. You're welcome. Life is grand. Well, maybe about a couple $100,000, but that's what I'm saying. When you start going down those lines of this is the way I feel it should go, this is what I think should happen, I make the rules, and because I got money, I could dictate to people what I think should happen. You're already setting yourself up for a very bad outcome when you do that. What you want to do is always set yourself in a situation where you have an opportunity to make changes, make a difference, be in control no matter what. Don't let money dictate to you, or fame. Ooh, bless me. Letting fame dictate to you. A lot of people thought Gil was right just because he played for the Wizards at one time. So because he played for the Wizards, that means he's right about everything he does or says. Or you can't say nothing to him, he's a celebrity. How can he be wrong about something with basketball? He's a celebrity. He played on the Wizards at one time. He was good for 2 years. How dare you? So, no, nobody cares about that. Kwame Brown is his own man. Let me tell you about people that's their own man. They want to try to conform Kwame Brown to be something they want him to be. Like something they want him to like. I don't care about all that stuff. That's how I feel. If other people want to be around you, they choose to be around. But if other people choose to do something and move in their own energy, then that's on them. So people do things that's beneficial to them, they're their own man. Let them move how they want to move. Why do you think people owe you more than what it is that they do? I spoke to Kwame Brown by text today. So I speak to Kwame. I might not be on a panel with Kwame all the time because what they're talking about probably is like I'm probably coming in on the tail end of it, and his whole thing is booked already. He got a lot of people that like follow him, and then they jump up on his page, and some of the times I'm making videos myself. Like a lot of them are not content creators, so they can just lounge on his channel all day, and they cool with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But where was it ever written that I'm supposed to be on Kwame Brown's channel 24/7? We've never done that. I mean, we went live before. We've done a lot of like stuff. Like we could jump on there. He don't mind if I share a clip of his video, or he could use a clip of my video. We don't ever have those problems. And that seems very strange to me that all these other people seem to have a problem with something, when other people don't have a problem with each other. People want other people to have a problem. Oh no. See, that's how Gil wants. See, Gil wants to create that. He wants to create an avenue where he feels, Carcino's the one keeping us from being friends. I love you, Kwame. No, but I'm not. Kwame is his own man and always has been his own man. You think he needs me to tell him what to do with his life? You guys are so stupid to even believe something like that. Told you, that's an insult to him as a man. This man has made every decision in his life without me. Why the hell you think he would need me to make a decision for him? So stupid. Every time people say it, it just sounds dumber and dumber. Where am I leaving Kwame? See those leaving Kwame? Where am I leaving him? First, I'm not up on the panel. He leaving me. Now you saying I'm leaving him. Yeah, why you ain't on Kwame panel? I got that done. I'm like, dude, I'm probably even making, do you know that I have like 3 channels of Patreon and everything else moving? He got like 2 channels of Patreon and he got a lot of stuff moving. If we get to speak to each other now, it's because we both in the middle of stuff. He got a life that he got stuff he doing in life too. So we just all make it move and not staying stagnant. That's what you do. So everyone continue to move forward, and we just keep it moving. Then when I'm on the panel, then what you gonna say? What would be the new narrative? See? Coming in to cause confusion. Just like what we talked about. So, yep, letting the facts be known. This is what we talk about. This is why we do it. We get all that out the way. I feel like I gotta say this like every time to get it clear so that other people listening don't go along with y'all fake narrative. It don't exist. Definitely not for me. But I'm quite sure if you ask Kwame Brown, he'd probably say the same thing. I don't speak for him, but I'm quite sure he has the same, probably, analogy to the same thing. We ain't got no problems with each other. He was in the chat, I believe, one time. Wasn't too long ago. He just go in there, he watched the videos. Y'all just feed off of it so much. Too much negativity. Focus on the positive stuff people are doing. I like that. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'm very much proud of the direction everything is going in. So thank you guys very much. Yes, I've seen all the layouts that they have for everything moving, and just making people look more and more silly. Let me get up out of here. And I'm ready to check out. I'm just realizing I might have to check myself out of here. I better slow down. I don't feel like bringing up all this stuff. I should have just stayed light. Alright. It's been fun. As the sign saying, thank you for shopping with me. I'm out.